Faith can move mountains. Radio Maria, 91.3 FM.
The voice of truth.
You're listening to Radio Maria 91.3 FM on Journey Through Life. My guest this evening is Barrister Dr. Anthony Adebanjo, and I'm your host, Sisi Bunmi. You can join this conversation on 081-084-47518. You can send SMS message or WhatsApp. That's a very, very heavy one. Stealing and I'm not stealing. And why is Fela insisting that? Why do you like that particular song?
Well, right from my school days, it has been a track. And by the time I found myself to the public bureaucracy, which Fela was talking about at that particular time, I tried as much as possible to use it as a guiding principle for myself. That in life, even whatever position you are, and that you are, no matter how lucky you are to be in that position, in fact, the higher you go, the more humble, the more correct things of life you must do.
You mustn't steal in public office. That's what he's talking about.
Yeah, you have to abhor stealing. You have to abhor injustice. You have to abhor corruption and things like that. Because the position you were holding or you held at particular time is one of trust. Mm-hmm. And all you now needed to do, and this is where the church doctrines and everything come to guide you. You understand? The Adebanjo name is still one of very important to me. And therefore, I should not be the one that will bring it to disrepute. Yes. So all that is more important is that do things according to the Catholic doctrine, according to the Christian way,
and the family values.
And the family value, very, very important and key.
Do you listen to Fela a lot?
Yes, I do.
Yes,
I do.
I think the people say he's a kind of philosopher, kind of. Do you agree with that? People have described him as,
if you really look at the choice of my music, Fela, Bob Marley, all these were supposed radicals.
Yes.
But I remember while in the University of Ibadan, where I read my first and second degree, in terms of, I was the emperor of reggae club in those days.
I see.
Yeah, so I try as much, and it keeps telling you that equity, justice should be your watchword. You understand? And even Fela too, I remember too, I was visiting the Purple Shrine in those days too. Yeah. Of course, you might say the atmosphere might not be too conducive. But
for a church boy.
Yeah, thank you very much. But I think even in all things, just be focused and know exactly what you...
And everything in moderation, isn't it? Is
beautiful. You must not go to the extreme in any area of life. So just be the middle roader. Let me use that word. And you surely get things the best of which.
Because sometimes it's not so good to be too ignorant of certain things. At times it's good to have some certain level of awareness of your environment, of the the culture around you. What do you think about that?
Yeah, and that is why sometimes you agree with most that experience sometimes is the best of teachers.
Of course.
You understand? But in all things, moderation is the key. You understand? Don't engage in all other stuff that will surely either damage your health or your vital organs and what have you. So once you do all those, and then don't, even in terms of drinking, not excessive.
Of course.
You understand? So
everything in moderation.
Yeah, everything in moderation.
Has that been the key to your, to your 60 years on earth? The moderation.
Yeah.
In everything.
Yeah, it has been, and this has no doubt helped me. You understand? Don't be. In fact, I remember my mom too, who always tell you, don't when you are in a crowd, don't be among the first 10, leading the way, and of course, don't be at the back too. She keeps telling you, especially in those days when lots of aluta continue
the students'
activism took place in those days. So what is most important is just take a step at a time, one day at a time, and then you will just find out, you won't even know that 60 years is here.
Yeah, and it is here. 60. 60 sounds like a big number, but you've also accomplished a lot, isn't it, in this 60 years? Do you have any regrets when you look back on those 60 years?
Maybe I will even say and talk another Latin adage too. The mira sunt opera Dei. Miraculous are God's work. Mira sunt opera Dei. Miraculous. The God works in miraculous ways. And my getting all this, my bagging all these titles, just like you, like play. Let me use that word. It keeps coming. You keep on challenging yourself. Yes, you can do better. And of course, it's not easy, especially when you have to be in the office. You have to, you surely have financial difficulties.
Provide for your family.
You need to provide for the family. The finances might not, and of course, you now have to take your own, more importantly too. But the truth is that you give them their own opportunity first. And then any remnant of what you have, you now think of yourself and of course the larger family as a whole. So I think what is most important is for every one of us, take things easy.
So no regrets at all, nothing. You don't look back and anything you think you would have done differently, for instance. I mean, you're 60 years, something surely that you look back and think, perhaps I could have done this differently.
Yes. There was a time I wanted to stray away from the usual family traits and ways of life. And I think it was 1980, I bagged grade 3 in my WAEC exam. And in fact, in school, everybody had thought that I would be among the grade 1 and 2. And then behold, I had grade 3. It was really disappointing to me and to my mom and to everybody. And well, all she now did was to tell me, I know you could do better. And incidentally too, what I forgot to tell you was that she too had decided to embark on her own educational missionary journey as of that time. She was, she had enrolled at Cardiff University College in Cardiff.
That's in Wales.
In Wales, in England. So she too was on her own studies. So she could, if I could leave the shores of this country to go for further, and you are just at the extreme end of failing grade 3. I mean, having grade 3, then you still have to. And all she did was to guide me. I'm sure you can do it better. Okay, go for it. And so sadly enough, I was now moving with the supposed bad gang then.
You were distracted.
And then I was distracted. And then all that now, at every time, you know, one good thing, the seminary training was that you have time to meditate. So in my meditation at my lucid period, you see me and I will now have this thinking, oh, if I did not get it right, they will say, is this bad boys? Is this, so even when they are ready to do their own bad way, okay, don't worry, I will join you later. I'll quickly make sure I get my books and everything ready. And then before I know it, I got it right.
So you came back to your base. You found that, you know,
because the inner strength.
Yeah, the inner strength and your family value system. You remembered that, like you said earlier on, not your main. So you remembered. Yeah. So what lesson has that taught you in life going forward? Because you had you misstepped, so to say, and then you went back, you corrected yourself, you bounced back. So did that have an impact in your life going forward and the way you look at things generally?
No doubt about that. And in any case, this is even a relationship with our God. You understand? You cannot have everything going right for you. this every one of us must know. There must be the faulty steps of life that you might not be able to climb successfully. And once you now realize that, all you need is sit back, re-strategize.
Sit back, take stock.
Take stock.
And then
You understand? And then you, just like any athlete who did not get it right the first time, you look at the better ways you can get it right. If there are distractions from this angle, do away with it. You understand? If your right eye causes you to sin, we understand that we can afford to plug it out.
Seriously.
So once you know that this is where where the shortcomings are, then all you now need to do is try as much as possible to avoid those distractions and then get it right.
Sometimes it's not easy. Sometimes it's not easy.
Yes, nothing in life comes easy. You understand? Everything in life is struggle. But what you need is be more focused.
And have hope.
And have hope, yeah? And of course, believe in God. You understand? I've said it earlier at the beginning of the program. You understand? Walk and pray. So once you are doing this, you understand? And then you
wait for God to...
Of course.
Yes.
And that is why I said, once God directs you, this is the way you want to go, He will give you the energy. He will give you all the support.
But we also have to be in a state whereby you can listen to God, isn't it?
And that is why I say meditation sometimes. Yes. When you meditate, and then God has in various ways and manners that He talks to each and every one of us. You might just be going here and then you see something attractive. Oh, but I can do this. And then before you know, you start nurturing it. And the one funny thing about the brain is that once it clicks.
Once you conceptualize it.
Once you consider the policy, then everything.
So that's God speaking to you.
Yeah.
That's God speaking to you.
Yeah. It could even be through other human beings. You understand? You see another person and you like the way this person is. You understand? He has the way he dresses, the way he speaks, the way, you understand? And then you get it right.
The next soundtrack to your life, another Bob Marley, Natural Mystic Flowing in the Air. Welcome back to Journey Through Life. I'm your host, Sisi Bunmi, and my guest this evening is Barrister Mr. Dr. Anthony Ademola Adebanjo. Been listening, he's been with me for the last 30 minutes since we started. And this particular song, Bob Marley, Natural Mystic Flowing. I saw you dancing and, moving to it. You like it?
Yes. I've said earlier, Bob Marley is a very good, he's one key artist that I love so much. And you still believe that some of us still use is for him, not was. Because he lives.
Artists never die. Artists never die. I don't think they ever die, yes.
So, and natural mystics, all he's trying to let us know is that the peace of mind is very, very key and is very, very important. And I said it earlier on, in life, you must find time to meditate. It's very, very key. Because anything you want to do in life, you understand, you must put it before the Almighty God. God, I'm going out today, make your prayers. God, this is what I want. And of course, no is an answer from God. You understand? Yes is an answer. Wait is an answer. So it's all now depends. Even if you are not getting it right at the initial stage, don't worry, your time will come. You understand? Tough time never lasts for too long. So that is the way I'm looking at this. And it's only, and he said it, if you listen carefully, you will hear. And that is just it. If you look at the peripheral of life, all the elements of life and what it contains, you understand? Each and every one of us will appreciate not only the God's work, the arrays of stars and the weather, but you equally find out that there are better ways of living in a society that is equal. I mean, that every one of us can stay and live together without troubles, without the resources of the country. enough for every one of us to live a peaceful and quiet life.
You're a very spiritual person. So I know that you do spirituality. You're very close to God. So how about the physical? How do you maintain your health? Do you exercise? Do you eat well? Give us some tips.
Yeah, every morning I do my walk. I play tennis when convenient, both table and lawn tennis. In those days while I was...
Even at 60?
In those days, in those days when I was in the secondary school at the Federal Government College of Odogbolu, I play competitive tennis and both lawn tennis and table tennis, and even basketball. I was really an athlete.
So how do you maintain your health now? What tips do you have for men, 60-year-old men, even women? So what advice do you have to give them?
Moderation. Don't be so adapted to using drugs. You understand?
You mean like blood pressure, those kind of things?
Yeah, all you now need to do is at the beginning of every year, and if it's possible twice a year, go for medical checks. Once you do that, and even there are signs of certain weaknesses in the body, get enough attention and rest. You won't believe rest is a very key and important aspect of life. You might not even be sleeping, but just be on your bed. Yes. You understand? And before you know it, you will get it right. So all these are things that will help you in life.
So what exercise do you do? You say you walk in the morning?
Every morning I do my walk.
You walk around?
Oh, well, yeah, for an hour.
Or treadmill?
No, because NEPA might not be as so go out, do an hour,
enjoy
walk.
The fresh air.
Yes, and then by the time you come back, have your shower and you're ready to go for the day.
So do you find that now that the body is 60 years old, do you feel some aches? And I mean, it's not like you're not as agile as you used to be. You're still the same.
Well, the good thing is that I'm not feeling it, like I said, but maybe day before yesterday when I had to when we had a party at
you had
house,
a big celebration
of it. I woke up in the morning, I could not do the walk, so I just decided to be on the bed
and rest.
Yes. So body they tell her.
Yes. So are you retired now?
Yes, I'm retired from the bureaucracy of the National Assembly, but I'm not tired. So I still do lots of facilitation and consultation, consultancy work. So I think that is what I do for now, and I have a law firm that I practice my law.
Yes, because isn't it true that the more active you remain, the better for you? Because some people tend to say, "Oh, I'm retired now," and then they just go and sit down somewhere waiting to die, more or less. Yes,
there are still lots of grounds to cover. It's too early at this age for any human being to. In fact, it's best that as the legs get weaker, that is the more or less reason why you should try to surge forward even little by little. So keep trying until God calls you. It's never too late to start anything.
And of course, keep exercising the brain. That is very important.
Very, very.
Keep seeking knowledge, reading, or what do you think?
Yeah, you find out that books are very good. They are the energizer for the brain.
But we don't read anymore in this culture.
Yeah, the culture is fast, and even some of us too. We are getting unnecessarily enticed by the
social media,
the internet, and what have you. But there's nothing bad, because most of these books too, you have to go through the internet to get them, because the libraries are virtually becoming obsolete now. So, but whatever it is, exercise the brain. Physically too, exercise yourself. Take life in moderation, and in any case, I keep on repeating it, not many of us who are supposedly sick need needs drug,
Conventional
the
medication.
conventional medication. Many a times we will just, if you rest very well, check it out.
Yeah, but you still have to seek medical.
Yes,
opinion.
once it has been diagnosed, oh, this man has malaria. You understand? You have taken your medication. Then go to bed and rest.
Yes.
With your malaria, don't start jumping from one place to another, because the drug itself will not work hard. So that is just what I'm trying to put across to every one of us.
The next soundtrack to your life. Oh, this is a gospel one. Abide with me. Welcome back to Radio Maria 91.3, Journey Through Life with me, Sisi Bunmi. My guest this evening is Mr. Anthony Ademola Adebanjo. This is a 60th birthday special. He turned 62 days ago, so we're celebrating him here. So happy birthday. And
Thank you.
this gospel song, Abide with Me, that's a very calm classic. Why that particular one?
Well, I've said much earlier that life is spiritual, life is physical, and when you combine these two, you get the best of life. Abide with me is simply telling myself and every one of us, God, keep staying with me. Because life's journey is not easy. It's full of temptation, it's full of all the shortcomings you can think of. But with you by my side, I believe all will be well with me. And that is exactly what the song is trying to preach to us. Through cloud and sunshine, abide with me. So whatever the situation might bring to me, even in moments of happiness, in moments of joy, and even in moments of sadness, just stay with God.
Do you want to share any sad moment with us that comes to mind?
Well, I might not immediately remember one, but okay, yeah, I can. Yes, yes, I lost my younger sister 6 years ago, and
Sorry about that.
yeah, and it was really a very sad one to the family and to all our friends, and when we were told she was on the hospital, and lots of calls, what I could do in terms of the little connection you have, okay, the medical doctor, the chief medical doctors of federal hospitals that you knew, so we had to make sure that she got there, and you could now imagine one or two friends of mine, including a nurse, calling me and said, we've done everything practically. We've done everything practically possible. I think it might just not necessarily be the time for you that you have to go spiritual. Even that spiritual, if you might need to consult other medium
Yes.
To see whether, because this sickness doesn't look ordinary. So when such medical set of people giving you supposed genuine advice, you now begin to wonder. Sometimes you ask yourself, where's your faith? So, and all I could do and say is that qui sera sera. What will be, will be. We placed her before God Almighty, and if it's God's will, and eventually when she gave up the ghost, we took it as our lot. You understand? And it's sad. You could imagine still having parents, and a 47-year-old sister of mine had to leave the stage unceremoniously like that.
Did you still feel a sense of God abiding with you, even at the deepest hour?
So that is exactly what I'm trying to say, that you need to be, even in moments that you are very, very strong, you still sometimes, if your faith is not strong, you might want to now, Is it that start jumping about looking for? You understand? And I know God who started it. If he knew well, she was not going to die. Of course, he might not go through that way. So what I'm trying to say, in essence, is that whatever is our lot, let's take it gladly
and thank God.
And thank God for it.
Yes, because it says in everything.
In every situation, give thanks and praises to the Most High.
So how do you relax?
All these indoor games, Ludo, Scrabble, the popular Yoruba Ayo game.
Do you play with your children?
Unfortunately, many of them don't even know, but because I belong to many associations and clubs, so most of the club that I belong to, Ijebode Club, Lagos Country Club, and stuff like that. These are areas that, and of course, I enjoy my stout and wine once in a while.
No, that's very, very important. Yeah. You know, it's very, like you said. I mean, one thing I've taken from this conversation is everything in moderation.
Yeah.
You know, never say I'm not going to, just do everything in moderation. Yes. Yeah. So, if I offered you rice or swallow, which one would it be?
No, be double sure I will go for Eba. Not even any other swallow. I will go for Eba.
That's a particular
Ijebu
delicacy.
Egusi.
At least I know that. I know that. So apart from that, you read. Who are your favorite authors?
Well, I love Shakespeare a lot. I love Shakespeare. I love Chimanda. Anybody you can put into paper and make sense out of it.
You're also an author, aren't you? Have you published?
Yes, I have one about my Odyssey too when I was 50 years old. So, but I'm trying as much as possible now to see if I can now
that you have the time
yes. to be able to bring it up to the 60 level.
Yeah, perhaps you want to leave a kind of legacy, a written legacy. You want to write something, because when you write a book, just like you said earlier on, that artists never die, authors never die, So
especially now. And given the area of my specialization now, because a lot of public institutions in the country need a reshape, need either in terms of their law that have not been fully being implemented, or there's the need to greater efficiency. So that is not debatable. So I think I want to look more at these areas and how best such efficient management can come into play.
So you do that in your consultancy work?
In my consultancy
because you have a wealth of knowledge, so it would be a shame to just, leave all that to waste.
Yeah.
So I think that would be, good.
So it will be a compendium of lectures delivered and a few other areas that I'm trying to build up.
So if I offered you the full works of Shakespeare and the Holy Bible, what would you choose, Mr. Adebanjo?
Well, the Bible, I will say, but honest, Shakespeare, I remember vividly, especially Macbeth. And while growing up, I played the role of the Macbeth itself in those days. And you will find out that virtually all that we went through we've gone through in life manifested itself so early in life from the discourse of Macbeth.
Yes.
There is no art in finding mass construction in his face.
Quite.
He was a gentleman on whom I built my absolute trust. And you find out that even your best of friends are the same set of people that will want to bring you down from one in many areas. So all and these are little lessons that you keep learning, little lessons of life.
I think even the Bible It's full of some stories also of treachery and.
Of course.
I mean, you have
from
Jacob
Abel,
and his brother.
From Cain and Abel,
yes.
all through Jacob
Yes.
and Joseph and his brother. On their way, even before on their way to until when he was sold to Egypt. So the treacherous aspect of man, and of course when you read deep, there's what you call Eshe Homo, human being.
Another Latin.
Was on a man's mind.
Yes.
You understand? You get to know that the mind of man, of course they will tell you it's tabula rasa, but that might just be for another day and for another discussion anyway.
So Mr. Adebanjo, what is the one luxury item that you cannot live without?
Peace of mind. I enjoy my peace of mind maximally. It tells me.
You know, like wahala.
I know like wahala. I know get muzzle for wahala. So
that's a luxury item.
That I cannot trade for anything.
I like that. So if I were to offer you beer or champagne, what would it be?
maybe the
for a man that speaks so much Latin, what would it be? Champagne or beer?
Anything goes.
Anything goes. I like that. Have you enjoyed your time with us?
It's been wonderful being here, and I really appreciate your invite. I feel honored and privileged to be here.
It's a 60th birthday special.
Yeah.
So we're so honored to have you, and I'm going to send you off to continue the journey of your life. I wish you many more years of peace of mind, good health, long life, happiness, joy. And I hope one day you come back again. We'll do another review, right?
Amen.
Thank you very much.
I appreciate it. Thank you,
my
everybody.
guest has been Mr. Barrister Dr. Anthony Ademola Adebanjo. Thank you very much for listening. Join us again next week, Tuesday, 6:30, as we journey through another life. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your evening.